Hey guys, this is Anita. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my review of The Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan, that is fourth book in Wheel of Time. As my previous reviews, this is also spoiler filled. It will have spoilers until fourth book. It's been 3 weeks since I finished this book, but this time I'm glad I took the time because when I finished this book, even when I was reading this book, I was very salty about it. But now I can just mention them and move on from them. I understand this is many people's favorite book in this series, but I have pacing issues in the beginning. I was so bored in the first 300 pages. There are definitely some good moments in this book, but the beginning was boring for me. It starts in Tear after the events of Dragon Reborn. Rand is settled as Lord and ruling Tear, which was actually surprising. I did not really expect him to rule a city in the midst of all this shadow and Forsaken. He didn't even have any experience, and he didn't even have any help. Everything he has to do, from farming and taxes, which was actually surprising to me. He doesn't trust Moraine enough to take her help, but I am glad Tom was there to help him. The first thing I noticed in this book was the distance between these friends. Perin, Matt, and Rand were doing their own thing. I kind of understand it actually. I'm not judging them. Both Perin and Matt were nervous around Rand, both because of his power and his pull. And Rand also doesn't want to hang out with them because he doesn't want to endanger them. I understand it, but it is kind of sad actually. They are drifting apart. What's more sad when you can't even hang out with your friends and share your troubles? So there is this new danger in this book, these bubbles, waves of danger from that Dark One's prison, Shadow's prison, or because of Forsaken. Perin gets attacked by his axe, Matt gets attacked by his own cards, and Rand gets attacked by his own reflection. I think it kind of makes sense that they gets attacked by the things they are worried about. I wonder why Matt is worried about his cards. Maybe because he doesn't understand his own luck thing. Anyways, when Rand gets attacked, Berlin, I hope that's her name. Let's go with that name. She was with Rand. I heard that everyone told me that they hate Berlin, but I decided to hold my judgment on her, at least for this book. Looks like her actions are maybe because of Tavern's pull. Everyone said that when I commented about all girls are interested in Rand. I wonder why that Tavern's pull is there only with Rand. In Berlin's case, maybe she's after power. I think we don't see her enough to make judgment here. At least for that alone, I'm not a big fan of her, but I don't hate her yet. Immediately after that, they get attacked by Trollocs and Fates. In the middle of that fight, Trollocs attack other Trollocs. Rand is saved by that, and Matt is saved by that. I wonder it's because of Lanfear or not. I don't remember if we got that explanation. I remember Rand asking that question, but I don't remember her answering. Anyways, Rand finally figured out that Celine is Lanfear and she's trying to control him, and he also realizes that he cannot show his hatred direct to his face. So I'm glad that he's learning. And there is also drama in the beginning with Egwene and Elaine. Egwene and Rand decides to kind of break up. They realize that they have a sibling feeling towards each other. Elaine stays back with Rand. That whole setup is actually weird. I understand Elaine's strong feelings are maybe because of that Tavern, that pull, but I don't have to like, or I don't have to enjoy what's happening. It's actually very teenagey, angsty kind of thing. I'm not a big fan of that. Perrin and Matt both hears about Children of Light in Two Rivers. I hate Children of Light, maybe more than Forsaken. Both Children of Light and Shan Chan storylines are my least favorite in this series. I despise them, and we see both of them in this book. I get instant headache when I read about them. Anyways, Perin knows children of light are looking for him, so he decides to go home and surrender himself so that he can spare his family. He tries to tell Fail not to come after him, but Fail obviously doesn't listen to him. She kind of manipulates Loyal to take her along with him. I think Loyal promises her to show ways her first, so he gets trapped in between Perrin and Fail. So Loyal, Perrin and Fail leaves for two rivers, Gaul and two wild women, Giard and I'm sorry, I don't remember the other girl's name. By anyway, those two girls also join them. I kind of liked actually Rand here. Rand is the one who informs Gaul that Perrin is leaving, so Gaul chooses to follow Perrin. So though there is distance between them, it's clear that they care about each other. I like that little detail here. So Egwene, Elaine and Nynaeve still has the job to track Black Aja. Egwene sees Wise One in her dream and decides to go to Isle to learn about dream walking. So Elaine and Nynaeve decides to go to Tanchico to learn more about what Black Aja is planning for Rand. Tom and Hurin joins them. That scene actually, Tom and Hurin waiting on dogs, that scene was actually funny. I did not like Moraine manipulated Tom, but at the same time I'm glad Tom is joining them, even Hurin. I'm not sure if it's Lan's decision or did Rand send Lan to go and send Hurin. Anyway, Hurin also there. I was actually worried because when I checked on map, I realized Tanchico is very near to Falme. After what happened in the second book, I did not want to see Shanchan trapping these girls again. And we have already seen that Shanchan woman in the prologue of this book. So I was very worried actually. If these girls got captured in this book, I would have thrown this book and I would have DNF this series. I don't want to see that again. I don't like this whole leashing other person concept. Anyways, Nynaeve and Elaine leaves for Tanchico. Here we get introduced to sea folk. I really like that. When those sea folk were introduced, Robert Jordan explains the jewelry they wear. That's actually that connecting nose ring with earring. That's actually Indian jewelry. I mean, I'm not sure from where Robert Jordan took that inspiration. It may be part of some other culture also, but some people in India also wear that kind of jewelry. Coming back to Rand, Rand doesn't want to do anything Moraine wants, and he also doesn't want to do anything Forsaken expects. So he decides to go to Isle because he reads some prophecy in a book. It was actually surprising. I really did not see Rand as a reader. I don't know, that's a cool thing actually. And Matt goes through this secret door where he gets answers to his questions. Of course, Matt has to go through the door when everyone warns him against it. Who did not expect it? I was very sure that he'll go to that door. When he asks questions, he was told that he will get married to daughter of 9 moons and he will die and live again, and he has to go to Rudian. So he was very pissed that he did not get answers for his questions and they told him some other things and they throw him out of the door, which was funny. And immediately after that, Rand comes out of that door and Moraine comes out of that door. That whole scene is funny. Rand tells everyone that he's leaving for Isle. Matt decides to join him to resolve this Rudian thing, and he tells all nobles to go to Kyrian and resolve that civil unrest going on there. And he also inserts his sword. What is that sword name? Calander. That sword on the floor. I'm not sure if that has any kind of significance because we see that room again and again. We see that sword again and again in dreams. So maybe there is some significance. We'll revisit that in future books. So Rand, Egwene, Moraine land along with all Isle leave for Isle. Oh, there is a different fourth arc with Min. Actually, this book started with the Min storyline. Min reaches Tarvalon to update Amyrlin Seat about about what is happening with Rand and Moraine. There she reads death on so many Aes Sedai faces. I actually expected some kind of battle or something, maybe Forsaken coming to attack Tarvalon. I knew Elida was going to do something, but I did not expect she would cause that much destruction. Elida, along with other Aes Sedai, they rebel and they arrest Amberlin seat, what is her name? Sion and Lian, and they actually steal them, which was actually shocking. So many people get killed, both Aes Sedai and Wardens. Even that innocent girl, Sarah, who was sent to farm just because she saw Min, that was sad. Actually, this whole storyline is very sad. Even what happened with Gavin, I liked him. I was surprised actually he chose Elida's side. I was more surprised he killed his own teacher. I wonder what happened with Galad. Actually, we were told many times Galad was very intent on doing the right thing. I wonder if he chose Sion's side. Maybe Gavin arrested him because of that. Why did Gavin choose Elida's side? Is it because he knew her from her childhood, or is it because he was angry with Sion because she sent Egwene and Elaine away and did not tell him? Or is it because Elida arrested or kidnapped Galad and threatened Gavin? I need answers to these questions. I wasn't surprised by Elida's ambition, but I was definitely surprised with her cruelty. She killed so many people. Anyways, Min rescues Sion and Lian with the help of the cook, and they also take Logain with them. Min reads some kind of glory on Logain, so I'm expecting some important scenes with him in the future. Coming back to the three main arcs, let me start with Perin's storyline. I loved this entire Two Rivers storyline. Though it started bad with the Perin and Fail bickering, those scenes were actually annoying. Loyal's awkwardness was the only funny thing there, but it led to something good. We find out that Perin's family was killed. That was actually heartbreaking. I hate Pedan Fain. He is called Audit now. I did not think it was possible to hate him more, but I hated him more in this book. Oh my god, such a despicable person. He killed kids. He would have killed Matt's family too if not for Children of Light. I think that's the only good thing Children of Light did in this all 4 books. Anyways, Perin rescues Matt's family and Master and Mistress Luhan with the help of Matt's father and Rand's father, and he also gathers a small army and starts attacking Trollocs. They find out that Waygate was again open. Loyal goes to close the Waygate with the help of Gaul, but by that time thousands of Trollocs were already in Two Rivers, and Emond's Field prepare for the final battle. Perin tries to send File away again in the disguise of getting help from Camelin. File and Perin gets married, that's her condition, and she leaves. I knew help would come, but I did not expect in which way. I definitely did not expect the neighbor villages only would come. That entire scene was just brilliant. This entire whole concept of villages defending themselves, common farmers realizing that they could save themselves if they band together. This entire whole idea was inspiring. I actually thought we get some kind of resolution with the Children of Light and Perin, but we did not get anything. That Junior Bonhurld, I thought he was sensible when he hated Ordith, but his hatred for Perin was actually more. And Ordith gathers his own army and they leave for Tarvalon. I wonder why they are leaving for Tarvalon. Do they already know that that was taken over by Elida? Oh, I almost forgot to mention about Lord Luke. Actually, when Lord Luke came to the storyline, I immediately thought of the prophecy which was written on the dungeon walls in the beginning of the Great Hunt. Lord Luke's name was mentioned. I think his brother to Trigrain, daughter heir of Andor in olden days. He was lost in Blight according to prophecy. So I immediately thought of that storyline. I thought Verin would recognize him Oh, I totally forgot to mention Aes Sedai, Verin, and another Aes Sedai, Alana or Ayana. Alana. So two Aes Sedai and two Wardens are in two rivers. They are actually waiting for these Teverin. They also helped in this battle. I thought actually because Verin was the Aes Sedai who wrote down the prophecy, those lines which was on the wall. So it was actually written, Lord Luke will get involved with the daughter of the night or something like that. So I thought Verin would recognize Lord Luke, but she did not react to that name or anything. It did not look like she recognized, but that Slayer, animal Slayer, during the night in dreams and Lord Luke are the same. That is very surprising to me. I did not expect that. Coming to Tanjiko storyline, I did not expect to see Bail Domen. I thought after what happened in Falme, he would run away far from that place. I did not expect him to settle down so near to Falme and prospering in smuggling business. But I really like this whole idea of Doman, Tom, and Hurin competing to do better with spying and gathering details of this Black Aja. And I also like this friendship with Shanchan woman. I totally forgot her name. Egianin. I totally understand how Elaine and Nynaeve are feeling here. Actually, I connect with Nynaeve here a lot. That irritation that she likes that bad person. I totally can relate to that. They finally track that whatever they're looking for, that Tarangriel is in that Panarch's palace. We already know that. We have seen in the beginning when Egwene visits Panarch Palace in a dream, but finally they also realize. What surprised me was Levin Blackaja was there in the Panarch Palace, literally living there, and they are also searching. They have Tarangriel, they also can dreamwalk. I'm surprised why didn't they find? Nynaeve dreamwalked once and she found. I don't know. Anyway, that meeting Brigitta, that was actually cool. I like that. And that final showdown with Nynaeve and the Forsaken. More, I noted down all the Forsaken names because they are mentioned here and there in each book, like couple of names. Moghedien. So that final showdown between Nynaeve and Moghedien was just fantastic. So they escaped that Penarch Palace with that Tarangrian leash, and she gave that leash to Domain to throw in the sea. But we actually don't see that. I am scared now if it falls in Shanchan hands. I'm super scared. And Elaine and Nynaeve is still in the Tanjiko with all 11 Aja, maybe one Aja less. I think maybe some of them gets killed in that destruction of Panarch Palace. I'm not sure who got killed, but that Shanchan spy guy is also there. I wonder what happens to them. I hope they'll be safe. And coming to the final arc, Rand uses Portal Stone again with the help of Angrial he found in that storage room in there. He takes everyone to Isle, and their wise ones and everyone else are waiting. Wise ones actually, they have these dream walking powers, and we realize that some of them can channel. They are expecting Rand. They want him to go and visit this Rudian. Apparently, Rudian is this half-constructed place with forgotten Aes Sedai artifacts. So Matt also immediately jumps that he has to go. They reject him, but Rand says that he'll come with him, and they can't say anything against Rand. Actually, that's a funny scene. They tell Rand and Matt to hand over all weapons. Rand keeps giving, all weapons, all knives he has on him. Those wise ones, they are actually impressed. That's a funny scene. So we see them going to this Rudian. Rand walks through this arch, and we see the history of entire Isle history through Rand's ancestor eyes. That was actually brutal. This is where I think this book leaned more towards grimdark. Beginning of that Isle history was brutal, and later it was at the same time brilliant. Brutal because we have seen what this Isle gone through. Everyone attacked them. There was so much sexual abuse. Almost 3 generations we have seen. I'm glad it wasn't graphic, But even what we have read, it was very heartbreaking actually. I noted down we have almost seen 9 generations of Rand's ancestors, and we have seen Mirain Sedai, one of the Aes Sedai, doing some kind of experiment to find source of one power. She is the one who broke the prison, and she is also same as Lanfear. That was actually cool connection. We find out she's that Lanfear at the end scene. I'll talk about that. We also realize that these Isles ancestors were Tuatran, these traveling people. They were given the task by Aes Sedai to protect all these artifacts. They keep traveling, but they keep getting attacked because these people are actually people of dragon. We see that all these Isle people singing to remind Louis Telemon or that dragon his memories, and they were all killed. And whatever remaining Isle people, they were traveling to protect these artifacts. They keep getting attacked because these are people of dragon. That was actually very sad, actually heartbreaking. Rand comes back from that after learning this whole history, and he sees Matt hanging from the tree. Matt finds another secret door there, and he thought it's a similar door, and he goes there and tries to ask another questions. They won't answer his questions. After that, he demands some things, and they'll say like done, done, done. We realize that they're fulfilling his wishes. He won't realize that. He says he doesn't want to get married. They say done. I guess he won't get married to Daughter of the Nine Moons anymore. I totally forgot that. I was very curious who is this Daughter of Nine Moon. In the Tanchiko arc, we realized that this Shanchan woman thought about Empire of Nine Moon. I think Daughter of the Nine Moon is someone belong to the Shanchan. Is it Egyanin or someone else? I'm not sure. Anyway, this second door, they said done to the wish. He don't want to get married, so I'm not sure he'll get married or not anymore. And second and third wishes, now I'm completely blanking. So for fulfilling his wishes, in return he gets hanged. So Rand comes back and save him from, they gets attacked by that bubble thing, and they both escape from there. There's some local politics there. One other guy whose brother went, actually I don't think he survives, and he has a big problem in accepting Rand. And Rand along with all I'll decide to go to this big meeting with all the Isles, so that Rand can tell him that he's the Dragon Reborn. He has this dragon tattoos now on both of these arms, and there actually peddlers come. Because of how Rand is reacting, we get doubt that at least some of them are Forsaken, but Rand decides to keep that information with himself because he is laying his own trap. I understand that. At the same time, I was like, come on Rand, try, speak to wise ones or Moraine, tell them, because if we wait for some time, there will be collateral damage. Innocent people will die. That actually happens. They get attacked in the middle of the night, and some people die. This other guy who wants to become leader, I totally blanking on his name, he leaves for that meeting place. So Rand doesn't want him to turn other leaders of other tribes, Isle tribes. There is some word for that, I don't remember now. So he also starts journey, and finally they meet at that meeting place. There actually Rand announces Isle history. They followed that way of life like traveling people. And this other guy tells that no, we are these great warriors and all. Actually, every tribe leader goes through Rideon, that same seeing Isles history through their own ancestors' eyes. Though all tribe leaders know the truth, so they say that Rand is the true Dragon Reborn. That's how actually Rand destroys Isle. That was very cool. I was actually very scared. The prophecy was there that Rand is going to destroy Isle, and I was very worried that they'll all get killed. But this is how that the concept of their identity gets destroyed. That was actually very cool, nicely done. There was this kind of showdown between Lanfear and this other Forsaken. This other Forsaken, let me check the name, Asmodean. he wasn't there in that meeting, so Rand goes after them. Just when the civil war between the different tribes breaks down, Rand goes after Asmodean, and Lanfear was also after him. So there was this showdown between Asmodean and Rand. Rand finally wins, and Rand steals Asmodean. Oh, I remember now. Asmodean was actually searching for a Tarangriel. We see that two Tarangriel, Matt was looking at them curiously. He always has an eye for these powerful objects. We should trust Matt actually. He will immediately find all Tarangriels available in the world. He has a knack for finding them. So Asmodean was searching for that. Rand wins against him and he takes the Tarangriel and he steals Asmodean. I think he kind of blocks Asmodean with shadow, dark one, so the dark one cannot control Asmodean. One of the previous scenes, Lanfear wants Rand to learn channeling from Asmodean because male power channeling and female power channeling are different. So Rand actually cannot learn from Aes Sedai. He needs a guy who can channel. So Lanfear wants Rand to learn from Asmodean. So Rand says that I cannot learn from you if you're connected with the Dark One. So I'm blocking you from the Dark One so that now you can teach me. I really liked the ending. That was super cool. Then Asmodean calls actually Lanfear with her name, Perin. So that's how we learn that Aes Sedai in the history, 9 generations history, is no one but Lanfear. I really like that ending actually, what Rand did. I did not like Rand in book 2, but this book actually Rand has learned a lot. He is finding his own rhythm to deal with all these Forsaken and Shadow. Why am I keep calling him Shadow, Dark One? Is there a different name for him? Balsamon? I totally forgot about that name. So Perin's arc and this ending of in Rand's arc and this Isles history are my favorite things in this book, and Nynaeve's showdown with the Forsaken. Though Matt has a small role in this book, but wherever he was there, there was humor. I really like that. Even when all hell broke loose between Isle tribes, when they found out the truth. Actually, no, even before that, when the other guy shows that he also has dragon tattoos, he was the dragon reborn. Matt was like ready to leave. He was like signaling Rand, let's go, something like that. It was so funny. Matt's actually, he will survive. I have confidence that he will survive. I mean, hoping he'll survive till the end. We'll have to see. So coming to my issues, as I said, the beginning part was really boring for me. All this Elaine drama, it felt forceful. I understand the reason behind that, but again, it felt forceful, like setup kind of very artificial. I did not like that, and that whole file and parents drama was annoying. And another thing, actually surprising thing to me, was there was a lot of nudity. Sometimes it wasn't even required. I did not like that. I mean, many people told me that there are different cultures. I understand actually. As I said, sea folks culture, when Robert Jordan described their jewelry and all, it was very similar to some of the Indian tribes. I kind of understand that. And yeah, I mean, they are topless, and maybe some people somewhere in the world they are topless. I am not complaining about that. There wasn't consistency. Suppose Rand and Matt both went to Rodion for the test, whatever the test. What is that girl's name? Avienda? Let's go with that name. Avienda and Moraine also went to Rodion for their same test, similar test. They have to go naked as per their culture. Why didn't Matt and Rand didn't have to go naked? I'm not saying they also have to go naked. I mean, everyone can wear clothes. Why is that inconsistency? Anyway, let's not, I don't want to go on ranting, but I did not like that. There was also too much focus about Elaine and Nynaeve helping each other, removing dressing or wearing dressing. There was too much focus on that. It was actually weird. That wasn't there in first 3 books actually. I understand when it's needed, but when sometimes I felt it was not at all needed. No, it's unnecessary. At the same time, I don't like it when it was done in the disguise of being part of different culture. No, please don't hide behind that reasoning. So that's all I have to talk about. I hope I covered everything. Egwene's role is less in this book, and we see lot of Avienda. I thought when Min says that Elaine's, I mean, in the first book, no, in the second book, when Min, Egwene, and Elaine were together, Min reads that Elaine husband have three wives. So I thought it was Min, Elaine, and Egwene. I think, I mean, I'm wrong, obviously. I think it's going to be Avienda. She is spending time with Rand. I did not like her actually. She keeps saying, "You belong to Elaine, Rand, you belong to Elaine." It was annoying. I understand where she's coming from, but that's all she's talking about. It was annoying. Everyone said that this book actually sets the path for future books. If I like this book, I may like other books. If I don't like this, I may not like other books, because every other book follows the same pattern. So I'm worried future books will also have grimdark elements. I don't want to see that. I'll definitely read until book 6. That's the plan now. After that, we'll have to see. I hope I enjoy those books. So let me know your thoughts in comments. Let me know what are your favorite elements and least favorite elements in this book. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.